Wrong Turn 2021. The last Wrong Turn movie. For now, hopefully. That Wrong Turn 2021 has people get lost in the woods and stumble upon a tribe called the Foundation. And let me tell you, this is a movie that is actually pretty good. Okay? So so I'll actually start with the negatives on this one. The first negative is it could have been a really good twist in the movie to find out that the kids have actually been there for a couple of months in the Foundation. Because, I mean, like, it kind of goes canonically, or it goes on the timeline of, like, they get lost, and then we see them, we see that the men actually have really grown out beards, and then, and you have Matthew Modine's character looking for them. It actually would have been a really good twist that it's like, they've been gone for, like, 6 or 7 months, instead of, like, 2 or 3 weeks. So that actually would have been really cool. And the other negative is, for me, honestly, it's pretty slow. It feels slow for the entire movie. That's just a personal preference. For me, I would have liked to see a little more faster-paced story, but when it gets intense, it does actually get really intense. And and the last negative is I kind of wish Jen killing the main bad guy at the end was real and not a dream, because she just completely destroys the rest of the Foundation, where it's like 3 or 4 people, and she just like stabs the main bad guy like a whole lot of times. I think that actually would have been a really cool ending, but instead, turns out it was a dream. She goes off with them and then kills them in the van. So it's like, if you're gonna kill them anyways, I think it would have been better and like a really cool moment to have her just completely destroy them right then and there in her house. But that's it for negatives. Now on to the positives. Wrong Turn 2021 actually has a budget. The cinematography is actually kind of highbrow. It actually looks really cool. The characters are actually set up real nice. One girl doesn't want her boyfriend to leave. The Foundation has a messed up moral code that I really liked. They do an eye for an eye kind of treatment. So I liked that. The redneck lost his nephew to the Foundation, so that was actually pretty cool. The social commentary of assuming the worst in people was actually really cool. So it actually kind of had something to say in the movie. The townspeople think the kids are all lazy, entitled, like Gen Z or people. The kids think the townspeople are all rednecks, racist people, and the mountain people, think of the worst in the townspeople and of the outside people, the kids. So that was actually some really cool commentary. It actually does have a good scene in assuming the worst of people. Of they have the Foundation has their masks on, and they have one of their friends tied up to a branch, and they're carrying them somewhere. And then so one of the guys kills them, and later on in the film you actually find out, like, hey, we were actually treating your friend, we were actually taking him back to town, and not killing him. So it was just assuming the worst in people. So that was actually really cool. I really liked their statement in this movie. And the final positive is the reboot did a really good job at taking the original concept and doing something different. The original is a group of people get lost in the woods and people start getting killed. The reboot has that, but the villains are a tribe who don't like outsiders. And they actually add upon that of like what I already said, of assuming the worst in people. So I really liked that. I really liked that aspect. So this was actually a really good movie. Where on its own, I don't think it's like this overly great, one of the best horror movies of all time. But compared to the rest of the Wrong Turn franchise, it actually feels one of the best horror movies of all time. So in the end, this actually is a pretty good movie. I enjoyed this way more than all the other movies. You watch it on its own, and it's like, okay, that's fine. You watch it after enduring the rest of the Wrong Turn franchise, and it's like, my god, this is like a masterpiece. It's a movie that effectively scares you instead of just grosses you out. So the situation they're in is actually intense and not just gory kills. So Wrong Turn 2021 was actually a really solid movie, and I really liked it. So that's my review on Wrong Turn 2021. Thanks for watching.